morning, dear students. In today's class, we will see the golden rules of addition, subtraction, multiplication, and division of two numbers. First, let us see the addition rule. The first rule is if we add a positive number with a positive number, we have to write a positive sign and we have to add the numbers. For example, plus 5 plus 7. These are the two positive numbers and we have to add. So since it is plus and plus, so we have to write plus sign and add the numbers. 5 plus 7 is 12. Okay. Now the second rule is a positive number added with a negative number. Okay. For that we have to write the greater number sign and we have to subtract the numbers. Let us see an example. Plus 5 with minus 3. So we have to add plus 5, a positive number, and minus 3 as a negative number. So here the greater number is 5, its sign is plus. So we have to write the greater number sign, that is plus, and we have to subtract the numbers. 5 minus 3 is 2. Answer is plus 2. Now the third rule is a negative number with a positive number. When we add, again we have to write the greater number sign and we have to subtract the numbers. For example, a negative number is minus 12, a positive number is 7. Now when we add these two, so the greater number is 12, its sign is minus, so we have to write minus and we have to subtract the numbers. 12 minus 7 is 5. So minus 5 is the answer. Now the fourth rule is a negative number added with a negative number. So we have to write minus sign and add the numbers. For example, minus 21 added with minus 3. So minus minus, two negative numbers. Upper we have to write the minus sign, then add the numbers. 21 plus 3 is 24. So minus 24 is the answer. Now let us move on to the subtraction rule. Now for subtraction rule, the first one is a positive number is subtracted with a positive number. So for that what we have to do, the first number let it remain as it is. First number is positive number, let it be as it is. Now for the second number we have to change the sign and make it as a plus. Up a plus bracket minus negative number. So we have to change the sign for the second number. Now it becomes the addition rule. So a positive number and a negative number added with means we have to write the greater number sign and we have to subtract the values. For example, a positive number plus 4, another positive number plus 8. So we have to subtract these two numbers. Now for that the first number let it remain as it is, plus 4. Now the second number has to be, sign should be changed as plus 8 into minus 8. அப்போ இடையில வந்து plus ன்னு சொல்லி symbol மாத்திருப்போம். Now plus 4 added with minus 8. அப்போ greater number sign is minus and we have to subtract the value. So 8 minus 4 is 4. So minus 4 is the answer. The second rule is a positive number is subtracted to a negative number. Now for that, again the first number let it remain as it is, as a positive number. Now the second number sign should be changed. So negative should be changed as a positive number and in between the symbol should be plus. Now addition rule, a positive number added with a positive number. So write plus sign and add the numbers. For example, plus 34 minus of minus 5. So the first number plus 34 let it remain as it is. Now the second number, the sign should be changed. So minus 5 has to be changed as plus 5. Again in between the symbol should be also changed as plus. So plus 34 plus 5 means write plus sign and add the value. That is 34 plus 5 is 39. So plus 39 is the answer. Now for the third rule, a minus number with a positive number. A negative number with a positive number has to be subtracted. So for that the first number let it remain as it is, as a negative number. Now the second number should be changed as a negative number since it is a positive number, so that should be changed as a negative number. and in between the symbol should be plus. So a negative number with a negative number, we have to write negative sign and add the numbers. For example, minus 23 minus of plus 8. So the first number, let it remain as it is as minus 23, and the second number, the plus 8, should be changed as minus 8. In between the symbol also should be changed as plus. Now minus 23 minus 8. So write the minus sign and add the value. So 23 plus 8 is 31. Minus 31 is the answer. Now for the fourth rule in subtraction, a negative number has to be subtracted to a negative number. Now for that, the first number, let it remain as a negative number. The second number, negative number, should be changed as a positive number. So in between the symbol should be plus. So for that we have to write the greater number sign and subtract the numbers. So here let us see the example. Minus 17 subtracted to minus 13. So the first number minus 13, let it remain as it is. The second number minus 13 should be changed as plus 13. In between the symbol should be plus. So now minus 17 plus 13. The greater number is 17. Its symbol is minus. Write minus sign and we have to subtract the numbers. That is 17 minus 13 is 4. So minus 4 is the answer. Now let us move on to multiplication rule. The first one is a positive number has to be multiplied with a positive number, means we have to write plus sign and multiply the numbers. For example, plus 6 into plus 8. So write positive number, positive sign, that is plus 6 into 8 will be 48. The second rule is a positive number has to be multiplied with a negative number, which means we have to write minus sign and multiply the numbers. For example, plus 10, a positive number, into minus 12, a negative number, we have to multiply. So we have to write minus sign. So minus 10 into 12 is 120. So minus 120 is the answer. Now for the third rule, a negative number should be multiplied with a positive number. So we have to write minus sign and multiply the numbers. For example, minus 13 into plus 5. So we have to write minus sign, and 13 into 5 is 65. So minus 65 is the answer. And now for the fourth rule in multiplication, a negative number has to be multiplied with a negative number. For that we have to write positive sign and multiply the numbers. That is, for example, minus 15 into minus 6, there are two negative numbers. So we have to write a positive sign, plus 15 into 6 is 90. So plus 90 is the answer. Now let us move on to division rule. So for division rule, the first one is a positive number has to be divided with a positive number. For that we have to write a positive sign and divide the numbers. For example, plus 50 divided by plus 8. There are two positive numbers. So we have to write plus in common, and then we have to divide, that is 50 divided by 8. And for the second rule, when a positive number has to be divided with a negative number, we have to write a negative sign in common and divide the numbers. For example, plus 78 divided by minus 45, a positive number with a negative number. So we have to write minus sign in common, and then we have to divide the numbers, that is 78 divided by 45. And for the third rule, a negative number has to be divided with a positive number. So for that we have to write minus sign in common and divide the numbers. For example, minus 43 divided by plus 5, which is equal to, we have to write minus sign in common and divide the numbers, that is minus 43 divided by 5. And for the fourth rule, a negative number has to be divided with a negative number. For that we have to write a positive sign in common and divide the numbers. For example, minus 65 has to be divided with minus 12. There are two negative numbers. So the result is we have to write plus sign in common and divide the numbers, that is 65 divided by 12, that is plus 65 by 12 is the answer.